Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. Some of the stuff that we did not get to during the course of the show today. I just asked our boss, Jeff, how we ended up doing on the Compassion event that we were in last week, and we're just a few shy of 700 kids.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a big rally on Friday. It's so great. If you still wanted to support a kid, you could. If that connected with you and you thought, oh, I can't do it now, you absolutely still can by going to wayfm.com, because we're just a few short of reaching 700 lives being changed. I think that would be amazing. So maybe if you want to experience that in your own life and help out a kid, you can check that out at wayfm.com. Now, I do have a tale of two texts for today to do from the weekend. So I sent a text to Betty Rock. This is about the event we did. Great work on the drive. You put a lot into the socials. You are the best. Have a much-deserved restful weekend. Betty Rock's response to me is, thank you. See you Monday. Okay, that's one way to go.
That's a great response.
What? What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Gavin.
I'm just a better
Hey,
person.
great job this week. Thanks for all you do, and thanks for helping with Joy today, because Joy had a personal thing, and we jumped in and did a few breaks for her. That was very kind of you. Gavin's response, thank you. You too. No one does a better job at communicating the need and opportunity for changed lives.
Brown
Do you see the difference in those two? like anytime I text Betty anything nice, she absorbs it and is like, thank you. Okay. And
what if I didn't even respond? Then would it have been better had I just not responded?
Probably, yeah.
Really?
Probably.
Okay, great. Then I just won't respond anymore.
No, you guys are just wired very differently. I think it's only child, because my daughter does the same thing. Like, you tell her things, you compliment her, and she's like, "Great, thank you." And
it must be a sibling child situation where you blackmail people into you compliment them just so you could get a compliment back.
No, that's not it.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's what you hear, but that's not it. It's would you say it's common decency?
In my head,
yeah.
I feel like I owe, but I feel like when you are given,
a compliment,
it is something you can
reciprocate.
Reciprocate,
and if it's real or genuine, it's nice to reciprocate with that. But just two very different approaches, two very different people that I love dearly and have to love differently.
I just won't respond anymore. I get made fun of for saying thank you. Does that make sense? To show gratitude?
But you did show gratitude, because you don't have to send, encouraging texts.
Yeah.
We're done with the work week. And
it was hard. It was a hard event.
Walk away.
And you guys did a good job. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Betty just goes mute. Okay, I don't know. I hope that Betty would have something to say about this, but I know Gavin will. Caitlin Clark, she is the world's best NBA basketball player now. Just came out of college, went to the NBA, is getting hated on in the NBA. People flagrantly fouling her, and just, you're like, what are you women doing? She's elevating your sport, But shockingly, she got left off of the Olympics roster. How does this happen?
It's because she's not quite yet. I don't think she's quite yet one of the best players in the WNBA.
How is that?
Because
really?
Statistically, you don't, it's like you could have someone who's super great at one level, and then they come up to the next level,
right?
And maybe they're not quite as good as the other girls.
Do you really
around her.
Believe that? Like,
I don't know. No,
there's no one in the WNBA that has the right to be arrogant about this over her.
No, she gets all of the attention because she was so popular in college.
Yeah.
I personally can't speak to whether or not statistically she is a top 20 player in the WNBA, because she might not be one of the best players in the WNBA. She gets the most attention for how important she was to college basketball and how important she is now, but she might not be one of the best. And if she's not one of the best, she doesn't deserve to be on the Olympic team.
That's an interesting take, because, I've watched WNBA enough to go, there's not much good happening there, and to see her stand out and be like just draining threes, and like she's good. She got snubbed, but she actually was very, very diplomatic. She says, "I know it's the most competitive team in the world, and I know it could have gone either way, me being on the team or me not being on the team. I'm excited for them, and I'm gonna be rooting for gold." And so she's like, maybe next time, basically. So she's hoping for 2028. But I love all the fellow women in the WNBA that are hating on Clark for, fouling her and dissing her, because she's popular. Guess what? You had a chance to build a league that made money. You didn't. You had a chance to earn lucrative endorsement deals. Guess what? You didn't. You had a chance to be a household name. But guess what? You didn't. Sit down, shut up, and make a way for her. They're preventing her. She would bring also more. It's not like you're taking the commissioner's kid and putting her on the court who doesn't deserve to be there. She's earned her right there, and she's elevating the sport. You put her on that team, people might actually watch the Olympic women's basketball team. Mm-hmm. She's elevating the game, yet you women are destroying her, and you're purposely doing this because you're being catty. Women always talk about guys and how bad they are and ruthless in business. This is brutal, I think, the way they're treating this lady. Mm-hmm. And I mean, she's young too. I mean, she's okay. You've been looking up things.
I'm trying to figure out. So the team
stats.
The team.
I know who's on it.
It's hard to
find. They have Aja.
She's good.
Who knows? Brianna Stewart.
She's good.
Sabrina Lonsku.
She's really good.
Pothead Brittany Griner.
That's
former Moscow felon Brittany Griner, and you'd think that Clark should be in that realm of people.
I just don't know the stats on the league. Let me see here.
Well, she just got there too. You haven't.
That's the point.
Hey, I know, but my point is
she shouldn't be on there.
She comes out of well, okay. Well, let's go back to this. What are the Olympics typically? Amateur people, but then we started playing professionals in it, which theoretically no professionals should be playing in it. Honestly,
we've been doing this for decades.
Right.
Though. The USA had the dream team with Jordan
exactly.
and all those guys.
I think that was wrong.
90s.
I think that was wrong, but that's what we're doing.
But the rest of the world is giving us their best players.
Right. So that's what we're doing now. But she is the closest to being what the Olympics is about. She's literally just out of college for a few months. She's the closest to what the spirit of the Olympics is. And she's good. And she should be on this team. It's crazy that they dissed her like that.
But when you say should be, are we saying that just from the sake of how talented she is, or statistically where she ranks against other girls?
She beat every statistic in college. She dominated college. All these other girls.
Level.
Right? No, there's not. No, when you come out of college football and you go to the NFL, it's a different level. It's hitting harder. And it's next level. You come out of college and you're going to the WNBA, you're not this giant elevated thing. So you take a girl who is really good, and it's great, actually, and you can also have her bring notoriety to it. It's a slam dunk. I truly believe they don't want her being more popular than the WNBA. I think that there are a lot of women in that camp that are, going to hold her back. They did it to me here. At Way FM years ago, I became more popular than Way FM, and they purposely took my website away and made it go under wayfm.com, and they didn't want what we were doing to outshine their brand. And I think they're doing the same thing to her. I think it's she has become this great player. Now there's jealousy, and instead of celebrating that and being a group of people that the tide all rises for all of them, they're singling her out.
I do agree with the notion that there's this oddity to the forces that are colliding when it comes to the popularity of her in the sport, because I do think she's raising the level of attention
for sure
that league gets. There was a game that her team was playing in that had to move to a different, I think, location because they had more tickets sold, or they were going to be able to sell more tickets.
Which has never happened in the history of the
popular.
WNBA.
Statistically, just going through ESPN and looking at WNBA stats. So she's the 14th she scores the 14th most points in the league. She is let me see here. She is the 4th most assists per game, the 5th most three-pointers made per game, and she's shorter, so she's not going to get as many rebounds.
Right. She's the most guarded. She's double-teamed like Jordan was.
She probably is.
And she's been in the league 2 weeks.
She's at least a top 15 player in the league, just based off of this quick research. I read that they said that they were looking for more experienced players to be a part of this team,
Yeah,
of which she
of course
is not.
right,
And
because
so-
that's the only thing they could really disqualify her on.
Probably.
They go, oh, well, you don't have the experience. We need a lot of experience here. I hope no one watches that game, honestly, and I hope we don't win gold. I'm that mad. I hope we come in a distant 20th. I can't believe I'm this passionate about
I can't
this.
either.
I know.
I can.
Yeah, Betty's like, not a shock to me.
Well.
Yeah, I mean,
The U.S. roster does not include any players under 26, so she's not the only. And there are some really talented rookies along with her in the league right now that are also being left off this team.
Well, there you go. Well, have fun having nobody watch your game there, ladies. Congratulations, you win. What do you got, Rock?
Well, when you're young, you have those celebrities that you form a crush for. And I asked you both earlier to tell me who your celebrity crush was growing up.
Yes.
So, Gavin, who is yours?
Oh, whoever played Hermione Granger in Harry Potter.
I couldn't even tell
Emma,
you.
what's her face?
Emma Watson.
Oh, Emma Watson.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's more retro than that. Like Farrah Fawcett with the big feathered hair, or Cheryl Tiegs. Those were like the poster girls back in the day when I was younger.
Okay. All right. Well, that kind of goes with the brand. Yeah, for sure. So I found a list of where they laid out the top celebrity female crushes throughout each generation. We're starting off in 1950s and going to 2000s.
Oh, like
so the 50s, it was Marilyn Monroe.
Monroe, yeah. And
Happy birthday.
who was the other girl that was a contemporary of her? Jane Mansfield, I think, was also another one of the bombshells. The photos back then, though, they just all looked so put together, and it just looked so classic. When they
Well, that
were
was the look,
photographed.
I guess, back then. Yeah. Then we get into the 1960s. It was Raquel Welch.
Yeah, okay.
And Tina Louise.
Tina Louise was on Gilligan's Island.
She played Ginger.
I never thought like she was that great. Like no.
See, these two match up perfectly with my dad. That's who he would say.
Really?
Yeah, he likes both of them.
I always liked Marianne better than Ginger on Gilligan's Island because, like, as a kid, I thought I'd have.
She's put together.
Yeah.
You were just saying that about Marilyn Monroe, and she's the one that's more put together.
I know, but I realized I had more of a shot with a Marianne kind of girl than I would with a Ginger kind of girl. You know?
Why?
Because Marianne was like the farm girl and like the girl next
What?
door.
No, I thought that was Ginger.
No.
Am I getting them confused?
No, Ginger was the bombshell.
Oh, my dad liked Marianne.
Yeah, Ginger was the redheaded bombshell. Marianne was the farm
Model.
girl. No, was the farm girl.
Yeah. I'm with you now. Okay, so my dad he liked Raquel Welch and he liked Marie Osmond
Oh, Marie Osmond's a
and
good
Linda
choice.
Ronstadt.
Oh, because he's country. Yeah. Marie Osmond. Yeah, she was definitely a knockout back in the day.
Yeah. In the 1970s, Farrah Fawcett.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I was 70. I was a 70s kid, but more 80s. I would put myself more as an 80s kid.
Linda Carter was also on that list. She
Wonder
played
Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yep. We get to the 80s. It's Cindy Crawford.
Yes, the mole. I saw a whole. Yeah, mole.
Oh, she was in a Pepsi commercial.
Yeah, I saw
Calvin
a
Klein,
whole
right?
documentary on her and like 3 other supermodels from that era, and it was actually really good. It was fascinating the ground that they broke and what they had to do to become supermodels, and because it really hadn't been that before, and so they were like super strong women who like fought for what they wanted and stuff. It was a good documentary.
Getting to the 90s, Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, no.
Baywatch.
Yeah, that she was always so like I hate to use the word skanky, but like she always just like we used to do a bit in my mainstream show called Why Not Hot. And so we would talk about women or guys that you're like
terrible.
they should be hot on the surface, but there's some gene, like a trailer park gene, that makes them not hot.
It's horrible.
I know, right?
To me, it looks like she has a habit.
Yeah.
Like she's addicted to something.
Yeah,
And she
Tommy
probably
Lee.
is.
I mean,
Yeah.
she was with Tommy Lee and all that craziness. She has done things recently, though. She stopped wearing makeup for all of these photo shoots. Like, that was a big deal for her. I remember, I think Nicole Eckert went on to be like one of the next Baywatch girls. I never watched Baywatch. I thought Baywatch was ridiculous. But Nicole Eckert, she was the girl from Charles in Charge. And then she went on to
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. And then I think this other girl that I used to know made it on Baywatch for a little bit, Heidi Mark. Like she went to school with us.
Well, I have one last one, 2000s, and it was Britney Spears.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, she was cute back in like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
She had that baby doll face.
I'm
Super
curious.
innocent.
Like, did you
Now.
ever have a okay posters on your wall? Gavin, did you have a poster of a girl on your wall? Were you
No.
allowed to?
No, I don't know if I was or wasn't allowed to, but all I had were like Christian bands on my wall.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to. Betty Rock, did you have a poster of a like band or a guy on your wall?
Yeah,
Crush.
she did.
I had Elvis.
Oh, you did?
Multiple ones
Your
of
dad
Elvis.
would let that happen. Yeah.
That's totally fine.
And then I have one that I don't really want to talk about.
Lance Bass.
Yeah, Mr. Bass.
Did you have him by himself or did you have him with the group?
I can't remember.
I bet it was
but
by
I know
himself.
that it was. I know that I had one,
Oh.
and I hate it. But I
know.
had a lot of Elvis ones.
Yeah, I had on my wall, I had surfing posters and I had Petra and Striper and stuff like that. Like I had Christian bands. I never had a girl like a model on my wall. Like my parents would have never like stood
When
for
did that stop you?
What's that? I was a good kid mostly.
No, you weren't.
All right, but no, I was. I was
No,
a good
you
kid.
weren't.
When I was little.
Little teenage Raleigh.
No, like yeah. So like that would not have flown in my house.
When
for
has that
sure.
stopped you? Once
Yeah.
again, that's not an excuse for
Would you have
you.
let Haley put up a
I'm trying to
poster of
think. She had Broadway stuff in her room. Like she had all these memorabilia and like playbills and things like that
Sure.
from Broadway. She wasn't really boy crazy when she was little. Like
Love
some
Justin
girls,
Bieber.
She did love herself some Bieber because I had to take her to track him down when he was doing a video shoot in Franklin one time. And we skipped church for that.
Wow.
We were going to youth group. Well, we were going to youth group.
Wow.
And I told her, I said, hey, she wanted to go see Justin Bieber. And I said, well,
Wow.
we're going to youth group. We can't. We get on the freeway. The freeway is dead stopped. I mean, like it is dead stopped.
Really?
And there's like the traffic jam, some accident. We can't get there. And I just kind of look at her. I'm like, this might be the Lord. Let's go. And so I pulled a great dad move. I'm like, let's go find this guy. And so we went and
awesome.
found Justin Bieber shooting a video in an alley in Franklin, which was funny. I think it was for that Christmas song he had.
Under the Mistletoe.
Under the Mistletoe. Yeah. Now it's my favorite. It's a Christmas classic.
My dad helped me track down my man. He took me to Graceland.
Oh, yeah.
And it was wonderful.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I try. I mean, obviously, as dads, we fail a lot, or whatever, but we try. And I try to always be somebody that would do like fun things with her on the spur of the moment and kind of things. I used to call her my adventure buddy, and we would go and do things and stuff. And I think that's like a good thing. And I hope that that's what she remembers is that my dad was always like willing to do something fun or dorky.
You hope she forgets the bad stuff.
Oh,
that you
absolutely,
Did. You
I
like
do.
do all the fun, quirky
Yeah.
stuff to try and
Undo.
negate the.
Oh yeah, because I got some other stuff that I did as
Like
a
the
dad.
time
where,
you lost her when she was playing hide and go seek.
yeah, she was good at it. And then, and then I missed the mark on other things, like just not being sensitive enough to her as a girl. Where to me it was like, this is ridiculous. But her mom understood her, and there was times I missed that mark for sure. And there's things I said that I wish I could take back.
You treated her like Hayden.
I did. There are moments where I treated her like Hayden. Yeah, suck it up. Let's go. And so, yeah, there are a couple moments like that I look back on and I seriously regret. But overall, I think she came out all right. Yeah, we hope.
Hey, before we do birthdays, let's talk about the weekend. I'm sure we talk about it on Friday, but we never update people on Monday. So,
Yeah.
How's the weight going, Wally?
I'm doing well. Like, I'm on the Weight Watchers. I know you guys hate hearing about it. Like Betty and I talk about it because I'm an outside processor. But like also because I'm talking myself through it. So thank you for indulging me. But like I talk about anything I'm doing. But yeah, like I stayed in it and I was 5.6 pounds down for my
your weigh-in?
my weigh-in on Saturday. And then I went and had 5 sips of coffee because it didn't taste good. I would have drank it had it tasted good, but it really didn't taste that good. And I don't know if it's because I hadn't had it in a while or if it wasn't made right. But like I didn't have that. Then I went and played 2 hours of pickleball and quit when I started to pass out. And then came back home, took a shower, almost passed out in the shower, weighed myself, and I was down another 1.5 pounds.
Yeah, because you hadn't eaten anything
I know.
and then worked out.
I know, that was dumb.
It comes back to what I said on Friday.
That was dumb.
It comes back to what I said on Friday.
Yes.
These are girls with eating disorders.
Yes.
They tend to faint.
Yep.
A lot of health issues.
Yep.
You're yepping me, but
Right.
you're not listening.
But I'm an adult man that can handle it, and I know the signs. And so I knew.
Are you, though,
Yeah,
when
'cause-
you're fainting in the
Right.
pickleball court?
I knew I was about to pass out, so I squatted down. Like I
But
knew
why
what
don't
to
you
do.
just eat something?
Well, because I was like, man, I've had such a good run, and I was curious. I'm like, how much weight will pickleball take off me? How much water weight will I sweat?
experiment.
So like, yeah, that's what it was. And so like I was curious. So it was like over 1 pound that I sweat out in pickleball. But then I didn't count that towards my overall weight because I know that was coming right back. Like water weight doesn't count. That's temporary. And so I did that, and then I stayed in it. I even stayed in it on Saturday. Like we had steaks and corn at home, and that's all I had. And I had water.
You just had one meal?
One steak and corn. No, we went to lunch on Saturday because my wife wanted to go. Oh, that was Saturday. What was Saturday? Was that my Culver's? I forget. We went out on Saturday somewhere, but again, I didn't go nuts. I stayed really committed into it, and so I didn't undo myself on a cheat day. And then Sunday we had gone because we decided, like with Weight Watchers, you get a cheat day, and really,
Does Weight Watchers say that, or do you say
no,
that?
they say that. But like if you've done well, you don't want to undo it just to go nuts. Like it's funny because we kept sitting there like on Tuesday, we were both fantasizing about where we were going to eat on Saturday. It was crazy. And then we get to Saturday, we're like, what do you want? They're like, I don't know. I'm not crazy hungry. It's like, oh, okay. And so we decided we were going to do like a half cheat day for Saturday and Sunday because we like to go out to dinner or after church to lunch with our friends. And so we don't want to be that people that are like, oh, let's just have a salad. And
Well,
so,
you wouldn't anyway.
yeah. And so the way I look at it in my own twisted view of this is if I don't go nuts on Saturday and I keep it in check and then I don't go nuts on Sunday, that makes me have a good weekend without it being, because like I went and I had the 2 hamburger patties and 5 french fries and water at Culver's. And then that night,
When you do water, you say water at
my
Culver's,
grape water.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, I still bring grapes
Double
with me.
checking.
What did Marty have?
She had full kids meal.
What?
And
That's
see,
so
by the
cute.
smirk on your face,
Yeah,
that's
why?
what I want Potty to
Why?
know is that
The smirk?
no, because you sit there and you judge her.
Well, no, because she wanted me to have a soda with her. We talked about this in the regular show. She wanted me to have a soda with her, and I refused. I'm like, I'm not going to. And that's just my inner resolve, where I'm like, no. I mean, I would love to, but no. And in fact, like when she gives in to stuff like that, it actually strengthens my resolve, which
Does
is
she
good.
know that?
No, but I don't want to tell her because it's helping me.
Do you think, because she seems like she would be the first to get out.
Yes, she would be the first to get out.
Okay.
100%.
Do
I'm praying that she will so I can get out too. And then I can blame her.
So you can't be the first one to get out.
No.
It has to be her.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but I don't. But I don't want to. Like I do feel a little better. My stomach is going down.
Yes,
That's
I
my trouble
fainted on
thing.
the pickleball courts,
Right, but I
it's
feel
fine.
better. I feel better once I got that under control. And I started like this 20. This now.
I ate a handful of Reese's
Yep.
Pieces. It was fine.
I wish. I started a 28-day calisthenics workout.
Of course you did,
I know.
because a diet isn't enough.
Right.
We're gonna go full throttle.
Yes.
You get it.
But that one's. I don't think that one's gonna last. It about killed me. It's interval training, and it about killed
high
me.
intense interval.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Did
yeah.
Marty do it?
She did, and then this is great. So we're in there, and she always wants me to like do her yoga stuff with her or whatever, and I'm like, I just don't enjoy it, and so I never do. And so she comes in, and I started doing this. She goes, I said I was going to do that with you, and I said, well, I was just seeing what it is and checking it out and stuff. I'm like, come on up, you can come up and do it with me. And then we get up in there, and she starts proceeding to tell me how I'm doing it wrong, and I'm like, okay, look. I don't know when you became Jack LaLanne or Bob from Biggest Loser, but like I'm doing it like the guy said. And then she's like, well, what if you did? I'm like, this is why I don't want to do this with you. Like, I don't want to be critiqued, And then she was laughing at me that I was like laying down. I'm like, I'm like, I went really hard at this. Like, you were just kind of phoning it in. Like, you were doing little tiny baby steps for the mountain climbers. And I'm like, of course I'm going to be more tired than you. And I'd already done a few reps, but I'm like, I don't think we should do this together.
I really wish she could be in here so we could hear her side of the story.
Oh, no, because I told her this, though. I mean, I told her to her face. I'm like, no, I don't know that we should be doing this together. Because I don't enjoy it. She's like, no, it's fine. It'll be fine. I'm like, it's up to you. But I don't appreciate that, honestly. And so, I don't know. We might do it today. I'm going to do it still, but we might do it. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm going to a Pilates class today.
Are you?
Cardio one.
No.
another.
This is my second cardio one.
You have? How did you want to throw up at the first one?
No, but I definitely did break a sweat, which was good. I really like it. But it's on Mondays.
I've only seen you sweat in Africa. And in El Salvador. I've seen you sweat in Africa and El Salvador.
All the compassion trips, yeah.
Holy cow.
It is hot.
Yeah, and that's not a thing about her sweat glands. I mean, it's next level. But I never see you here sweat. No. So good for you.
Because I'm usually cold. Right now, I'm freezing.
Are you really?
I wish I had my heating blanket.
Oh my goodness. So you're going to Pilates class. That's good. And so you're still enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm actually find myself looking forward to it, which is really
good. Yeah, that's good.
Especially with the money that I'm spending, I better look forward to it.
I'm looking forward to my 83-cent ham sandwich today.
Yeah, tell the potties about that, because that just sounds disgusting.
I found a packet of ham. It's honey ham at Walmart. Yeah,
I'm gonna look it up.
83 cents.
Is it always 83 cents?
Yeah. Because there's probably very little ham in it or whatever, but it's like real thin ham. And I literally take the packet of ham out and I put a little bit of mayo on some whole wheat bread and I just put the whole packet of ham on it.
But it's not like sliced ham,
It's
right?
sliced, yeah. It's sliced.
It is.
It looks like bologna. It's round pieces of a ham that no ham really should look like that, but it's cut like that. Yeah. I think it begins with a B. Byron, maybe? That it is. I don't know. It's 83 cents.
I thought you said it was a honey baked ham.
No, it's honey roasted ham or something like that. It's not honey baked. No. Oh, honey baked ham is amazing. But no, this is just it's 83 cents at Walmart, and it makes a great. I'm legitimately looking forward to eating that sandwich for lunch today with my 8 Pringles.
What I was picturing was 83 cents worth of ham as like. It's not really ham. It's just what's left over molded into a circle.
Yeah, that's it. That's fair.
It's just all hot dogs.
That reminds me, I was upstairs in the digital team department last week, and there was a girl up there, and she was telling me about how she got sick from her grandma making liver
pate.
Hash.
Liver
mash.
Gosh, no.
Something like that. But it's like a delicacy that her grandma makes, and they typically like it. But everybody got food poisoning from it. But it's liver hash, I think. But I just can't imagine something being called that, and you're like, yeah, let's do it.
Like steak and liver. I know old people eat that. They used to get that all the time at when you'd go to like Morrison's cafeteria. They'd have steak and liver. Like, oh, it's so gross.
Yeah, but you eat grosser things than that.
83-cent ham, I guess. But yeah, I mean,
and things out of the trash can.
Yeah, there's that. But that I'm telling you, man, that 83-cent ham, it was so good. Like it was.
I think this is just the hunger talking.
No,
I think if you had 83-cent ham when you were just not on a diet, it wouldn't be as great.
Maybe. I don't know. It literally every bite I was eating, I'm like, this is really good. And then when I got to the last bite, I was sad. I was like, oh, it's over. And the thing is, it's only a 2-point thing. Well, with the bread, it's 4 points. So I could literally have had 2 sandwiches and still been like well within my points. But I feel like if I have 2 sandwiches, then I'm overindulging. And even though my points work out. So that's the mental part of this that I can't get my head around.
Signs. Okay.
Well, you look at signs of an eating addiction.
You have an
eating disorder.
Okay. A fear of gaining weight.
Well, yeah, duh.
Fear of food.
No.
Exercising too much.
No.
Yes, to the point where you're fainting on the courts.
Well, that was just normal. That's I didn't eat enough. Because I did my normal exercise.
Mood changes.
Shut up.
Weight changes. Insomnia.
No.
Social withdrawal.
No.
Depression.
No.
Dizziness.
Yep.
Refusing to eat with others.
No.
Brittle nails.
No.
Interesting.
Repeatedly weighing themselves.
Yep.
Thinning hair.
Yep. That was before all this.
Always cold.
Nope.
Dry skin.
Nope.
Talking about feeling guilty after eating.
Yep.
Dehydration.
Not now because I'm drinking so much water. I'm tinkling like Gavin. The other day, I'm like, the other day, I know I had to go so bad. We have gender neutral bathrooms. That sounds so current to say, but basically they can be. You could use them either one. But they were two bathrooms that were originally here as men's and women's. So I never use what was the woman's bathroom unless it's a complete emergency. Like, so I will wait. And like, because I've had to tinkle so much lately, because of all the water I've been drinking, Gavin is always in there. It's his office. It's his second office.
It is.
He has a computer desk in there.
And
Like,
he stays in there a
yeah,
long
and
time.
like, I went to run in there the other day. I'm like, I gotta go so bad, and then sure enough, occupied. I'm like, Gavin, and the other one was open, but I couldn't bring myself to use it, and then I had to.
Yeah, the other day when the compassion thing was ending, our shift was over, and he beelined it to the bathroom like he'd been waiting for forever. And then we needed him for something, and I was like, Gavin!
Yeah,
But we still had to wait on him.
yeah.
Just part of who I am.
Yeah, it is.
Literally have a news bed.
The privilege of loving you. It's the Polly principle.
The privy.
Couple of more. Fainting is a sign of.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't eat enough.
I'm looking up mental signs you have an eating disorder. So fainting, denial of hunger, feeling guilt or shame.
No, I keep saying I'm super hungry.
Feeling guilt or shame about eating.
Yeah, because of when you change your mindset.
Poor nutrition.
Yeah,
That's you.
Yeah.
Extreme restricted eating. That's you.
Yeah, that is
100%.
that.
Preoccupation with body image. That's you.
Yeah.
Difficulty concentrating. That's always
Do you know why I have extreme body image issues? I'm looking at her.
It's not me.
Yeah. I told
me.
Haley, my daughter, I was on the phone with her yesterday, and we were talking about the losing weight and doing it as a contest, and she's like, I want in, because I'm like, all right, we'll make it a money prize, whatever, that'll be fun. And so
He would never do that with Hayden.
no. And
You're
so,
a lost cause, Hayden.
yeah, so she's all in and everything, and I was saying, like,
Here's the thing, too. Haley will probably be last. She'll be after the third place.
Yeah.
She'll be fourth, fifth, the
Probably.
participant award. And
Yeah.
you're like, here you go, honey.
no. She's already getting a trip to go with us to Iceland. So,
What? Was
she's-
Hayden invited?
no, why would Hayden be invited? I'm not even letting him watch the cat.
That you hope dies.
Oh, but Sasha's doing okay, by the way. I took her to the vet after all the constant meowing.
Yeah,
she would not shut up. I take her to the vet.
You scared her enough with the needle that
worked.
she's like staying quiet.
I take her to the vet. They're like, it could be kitty dementia, could be her kidneys, blah, blah, blah. Comes back, none of that. Well, her kidneys are going to start going. Like, she's old. And but she stopped meowing and everything once we took her to the vet, and it was $200. But I will say this, best $200 ever spent because it stopped her meowing. They didn't do
silencer.
anything to her, yeah, but she just, for whatever reason, went, oh, I guess he's serious. I better shut it down. So she got quieter. She's still herself and still a cat and meows. She's not afraid of me. Like when I move an arm, she doesn't like hit the deck. But
like your wife.
I wish.
Oh my God.
It's just the opposite. My wife will move and I flinch.
Same with Gavin.
Yeah, but she's doing good though. So Sasha Bear's all right. So anyway, did we have birthdays? I'm assuming no.
We don't, but we have a question.
We're at 33. We'll have to hold that.
Okay. I'll give
Okay.
you some time
Thanks.
to think about it because I got a
Appreciate
feeling you might need some time to think about
Perfect. Well, we will do that tomorrow then. All right, that's going to do it for the Aftercast, and thanks for being a potty.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.